Hello, good morning. Anybody out there? Hey everyone, so it's Diane from the We in France Facebook page and blog. Good morning or good evening to you, depending on where you are in the world. Just going to give people about a minute or two to come on over here and take a look. And would love for you to, if you're listening on the replay, would love for you to just introduce yourself in the comments, give me a thumbs up, interact. It's fun. And I know a lot of you on the East Coast, you'll be watching this on the replay, so please feel free to comment. I'm going to loop back around later today to interact with all of you as well. Hey Les, good morning to you. Good evening to you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm just going to wait about a minute or two. I got started a minute early just to let people file in. If you could just let me know you could hear me okay, Les. I know there's just a few people in the room right now. Just let me know that you could see a street here. And that you can hear me okay. And we'll wait about a minute before getting started. The plan today, everyone, is to just take maybe about a 35-minute walk through the marché, the farmers market here in a Maine-et-Loire town. We're in Cholet. And we're starting early because there are fewer crowds. And we won't get too bothered by people getting in the way of the shot. And I won't bother anyone with my loud English booming voice. So we'll just get started in a minute. I have lots of interesting things to show you. I've spoken to a few vendors, given them a heads up that a strange woman with headphones and a camera is going to be popping by to share the French market experience with her viewers. So looking forward to this. Excellent. The rain just stopped about an hour ago. So there are fewer vendors out in the parking lot than usual. But don't worry, there's no shortage of excellent products to show you this morning. So it might look a little sparse in the parking lot, but we're going to go inside as well. And there's a little covered market. That was my backup plan in case the rain did not stop. So the sun will be up here in about 10 minutes, and then we'll get some light. I'll say hi real quick just so you can see my face. Les, I think it's going to be small group this morning. I know I had to do the broadcast at 8 a.m. or even before my time just to, again, avoid people's faces. So sorry for everyone who's not catching this live, but hopefully you'll enjoy the experience just the same. Hey, Emily, just saw you popped in. She used to live in the area. All right, I think we're going to get started. No need to wait for any more people. I'll just say real quick, I'm here. Hey guys, it's Diane. I'm the blogger and the person behind the Facebook page, and we're gonna get started this morning. Okay, so let me just turn this around. And for anyone just popping in, we are in the Maine-et-Loire town of Cholet. We're taking a little market visit, and we're gonna get started. So first thing we're gonna do is walk over to the street here because the market is over here. So that's where we're heading. If at any time you guys can't hear me very well, you can't see, please comment. Please give me a thumbs up, give me something to work with. Bonjour. So first things first, when you go to a French market, or marché, the first thing you want to do is make sure you have a bag or a basket, something to take your things home with you. They don't give you bags generally. And the best kind is a recyclable bag, something you could use over and over, or a wicker basket. Those are popular too. Maybe we'll see a few of those. My personal favorite is, let me see if I can get it in the shot, the I Love Baguette bag from the We in France shop. It's linked in the description. If you like these kinds of visits and you want to support me, that's how to do it, my shop. So check out that link. We're just going to pause here as a few cars cross in front of us, and then we will be in the marché. Okay, so sometimes you can buy bags at the marché in bigger cities. Not always, so it's always good to get a bag or a basket ahead of time, so that way you're ready to go. Check out this gentleman. See his basket? That's exactly the type of thing that works perfectly at the marché. So, one of the best things about the French marché is the local produce and the in-season produce. So as you could see here, we have some specials going on at this particular vendor. The endives are on sale. We have bananas, probably from Martinique, oranges, clementines. They are in season now, and you get a great promo on those. Okay, so we're just walking into the marché, and let me give you a little look here what's going on. As I said, for anyone who maybe just joined, please say hello. Let me know you're here. Interact with me. And if we've never met, I'm Diane, the American blogger behind the blog and the Facebook page We in France, and we are on a market tour. So to kick it off, let me just pop in here while there aren't too many people. Lots of good greens, including leeks. Leeks are extremely popular in the French diet, especially this time of year. Check them out. Beauties, aren't they? Oh, yeah. And I have to say, probably in my whole life before moving to France, I probably used the word leek maybe 10 times ever. It's just not a vegetable that I was super familiar with. And to my surprise, my little niece and nephew, at the time they were 6 and 8, they knew all about leeks. And I said, oh, wow, that's an interesting word for a 6-year-old. I just thought it was a precocious little kid, that sort of thing. But no, leeks are in quiches. They're in the quiche au poireau. The French word is poireau for leek. And they're super common here, almost as commonplace as carrots. Which was surprising to me because in the US they're not quite as common. So there's your little vocabulary word of the day. Bonjour. So when you're at a French marché, I'll just show you over here a little bit. You always want to say bonjour. That's a common practice for anyone, for anything, any type of market, any type of store. Always say hello to the vendor, even if it's busy. These are some fake flowers here. And then to order, you could just say, I would like whatever it is. So, je voudrais, if you want 500 grams of spinach, 500 grams d'épinards, whatever it is, and always say merci at the end. Sometimes they'll ask you, would you like anything else with it, avec ceci? And you could just say yes if you'd like something else, and whatever it is. If not, you could just say no merci. And you pay, say merci, bonne journée. It's always best to err on the side of politeness, I feel, just because we are foreigners. Well, a lot of you on there probably are, like me. And it's just better to make a good first impression. So you guys see anything good so far? I hope so. All right. So we're just getting up to the main, this is actually a bus stop during the day, so we're just getting into the main part of the marché, and I'll show you a few things here. All right. So we have a vendor that sells saucisson on the right, dried sausage, all different types of things. And we have this wonderful selection of local cheese. She makes goat cheese, so chèvre, so that's goat milk. And I'll just take you in here, and it's a little dark here still. Sun's not up, so we'll just take a look at some of the prices. Am I looking for anything in particular this morning, Emily? Yeah, I think, you know what, we're going to go buy some eggs. I'm going to show you where I get my eggs. Oh, wow, Jacqueline, bonjour from Anchorage. I have cousins out there in Fairbanks. Excellent. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Okay. So I'll just take in a little closer here, get a good look at the cheese. What do you think? Your type of stuff? Looks good, right? Okay, and then we have a chicken vendor here on the right. The Chalon chicken. It's a town not far from here. And they are beauties. Bonjour. And they'll be ready maybe the first batch in an hour or two, and you could get some potatoes with them. Very nice. Another major thing that's in season, of course, we have apples, all kinds of apples and cider. Oh my gosh, look at this. $2.70 or $2.90 per bottle, depending on what you'd like. Pears. And those are poires, not to be confused with what I mentioned before, leeks, which are poireaux. Similar word, but very different. Okay. So in a French marché, generally you can get a bunch of things, but the best prices are going to be naturally on things that are in season. So some things you probably can't get, at least not around here. You're not going to be able to find raspberries or strawberries. You will be able to find bananas, pineapple, coming from the islands. Certainly not in France. But mostly people shop with things that are in season. So we have all types of chard, green vegetables, celery, radishes, onions, broccoli, all kinds of excellent stuff. Okay, we're going to keep on moving. We're going to go buy our eggs. And one thing to note, keep in mind at a French farmer's market, small change is really appreciated. In the morning, you could get away with using maybe a 20-euro bill when there aren't as many people, like now. But as it gets more busy and the vendors just don't have a ton of change, it's always best to show up with maybe a handful of coins, $5 bill, 5-euro bill, 10-euro bill. Just works better that way. It's easier for everyone. So bring your small coins. We're just going to cross the street here and go buy some eggs, and I'll talk to you about that. Once again, if you're just joining me, it's Diane from We in France, an American blogger who lives in a small town in the Maine-et-Loire, and we are checking out the farmer's market this morning. Thank you for being here. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for our turn since there are a few people here and tell you a little bit about the egg situation. So I don't know if it's picking up the sound of the bok, 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 the chickens. But we have all different types of chickens and other fowl. I'll get in there, show them to you. And they don't live in these cages. This is just for transport. The vendor brought his chickens and his eggs this morning. And these chickens are here to be sold. They are here to live in people's backyards and to lay eggs. So you get farm fresh eggs every morning. And when I first moved here, I was like, oh, well, who's gonna buy a chicken? I guess someone with a farm, right? No, I live in a town center, and some of my neighbors actually have chickens, and you hear them in the morning. French chickens, the word, they don't say cock-a-doodle-doo, they say cocorico. That's the French exclamation that a chicken makes. And I hear them in the mornings, and it's I wouldn't say it's very common, but it's something you see. People have chickens, like these guys, and they have a chicken coop, and they're in the yard. So they get fresh eggs. And we're going to go buy a half dozen, something that's very much appreciated. You bring your own carton. I have mine, just good to recycle, and it makes it easier for them. They don't have to give away all their cartons if you come regularly. Just going to try to get this out of my bag without dropping you guys. And we're going to get 6 eggs. Bonjour. Je vais prendre 6 gros, s'il vous plaît. So let me show you the eggs. So we have giant goose eggs here. I think these are the quail eggs. And then here are my eggs that he just got for me. And then we have some other eggs. So you'll notice that the chicken eggs are brown, and that's just because the species of chicken, it lays brown eggs. They don't taste funny. Just getting my change out of my pocket. C'est 1,20 €? Oui. 1 euro. On va faire comme ça. 1,50 €. And guys, I'm just going to put my eggs in my bag without dropping you here. Hopefully they won't open. There we go. Merci. Bonne journée. So one thing about French eggs that you might have noticed is that you can keep them on the shelf or on your counter. They don't go bad. And I'm not an expert at this, so someone feel free to chime in. But apparently the way that it works in the U.S., when a chicken lays eggs, in the commercial processing of the eggs, they wash off a membrane, a protective membrane. So American eggs need to be refrigerated. In France, it's a little different. So when you go to the grocery store, the eggs are going to be at room temperature on the shelf, and they do not need to be refrigerated. They do last longer if you put them in the refrigerator, but it's by no means necessary. Just because that membrane is not washed off in France, and it's nothing disgusting. It's nothing you could see. It's nothing that you would notice on your egg. But apparently that is why you don't need to refrigerate them. Hey, Philippe, nice to see you this morning. Yes, very stable. Know why? Because I bought a gimbal. That's why I could do things like this, and I could do things like this without any bouncy. I think I could actually run across the street, and you wouldn't even know I'm running. So here are some beautiful flowers this morning. Hey, Vanessa, great to have you here. Just bought some eggs for anyone just joining. Okay, and we're going to go look at some beautiful flowers. Tulips are in season, the woman told me this morning. She has bouquets for €4, all different colors. And just another quick note on the eggs before we get to the flowers. They're delicious. They're actually a little brighter yellow than I guess the eggs that I'm used to in the U.S. but they're just delicious. And I paid €1.20 for 6. So the farm fresh eggs are not more expensive than the grocery store. A lot of times they're cheaper. So it's always a fun experience to buy eggs at the marché. So I'm just going to give you a preview of what's coming next. We are going to go inside this part of the market. Okay, so let me show you. So here are the tulips. Looks like we have some orange ones, yellow, absolutely beautiful. €4 a bouquet. Nice, huh? Yeah, great value on the flowers. They're beautiful, really. Around Easter, I always pick up a bunch. Not that I'm religious, but I do like some nice flowers. Something I want to show you guys, I mentioned on the last broadcast. It's just something that sums up the French attitude towards animals, and I love it because I'm an animal lover. And usually I'll just say in the United States, you'll see signs that say no dogs allowed. That's how you communicate the fact that animals are not permitted in your establishment. Just no dogs allowed, right? And that's fine, I understand. When there's food around, a lot of times dogs aren't allowed. So this building behind me, it's the inside of the market. It's actually Tuesday through Saturday, they go until 1 p.m. inside, and then this outdoor market in this particular town is only Saturday morning, so today. But that sign that I was going to tell you about is right here. So there we go. Nos amis les animaux ne sont pas autorisés à l'intérieur des halles. And you know what that means? They don't just say no dogs allowed. They say our animal friends are not allowed inside. Our animal friends. How cute is that, right? Bonjour. These guys are noticing je suis en direct. They're very impressed by my technology. Okay, Emily, you're saying you should explain the difference between the marché and Chile and bigger cities. Yeah, so when we say the marché in France, you guys can kind of check out the view here while I'm speaking to that. So the marché here in this particular town is mostly product-based, like fruit, vegetables, eggs. And then inside you'll see all types of food items. There are a few things, they're not out today because of the rain earlier, but there actually are clothes and things like that now, Emily. Clothes, handbags, leather goods. I just won't be showing you that today because they're not here, but normally I would. But some markets, in Paris and bigger cities, this is only a city of about 55,000 people. In bigger places, they do have all types of markets with a lot of different shoes, textiles, and things like that. Okay, so guys, if we lose signal in here, I don't think we will. If we do, just stay with me and I'm going to run outside as fast as my legs can take me. Okay, so let me show you some wonderful things at a bakery. For your sweet tooth, if anyone out there has a sweet tooth, here we go. What do you think? See anything good? So this particular market, it's getting a makeover to the tune of €5.5 million starting this fall. And I'm going to show you the sign for that. It'll be great. This will still be open in the meantime. Trying not to get this lady's face. She's looking at me. Oop, sorry, man. Okay, I'm not going to stay too long here because they have customers. But I could show you some of the things they have for lunch. Some sandwiches. Show you the prices too. So some ham and butter, ham and cheese, ham and brie, smoked ham, little vegetable pizzas, little quiches, all kinds of things. All right, just going to lower the camera here while we walk past some people. And just something to note when you're at a French marché, it's always best to just ask for what you want and point. Don't go in and grab it and just start picking up stuff. Some of the vendors are a little touchy about that. Some of them don't mind, but just to be on the safe side, always just say, give me 2 pineapples, and point. Don't just grab the pineapples. Sometimes during the summer months when there are a bunch of tourists, they have a little cardboard sign that says, ne touchez pas, s'il vous plaît, don't touch, please. Okay, so inside this indoor market, it's the same stands every week. These are people that pay rent to be at the market every morning, and it's starting to get more busy, so we're not going to stay in here too long. And so here is the vendor, the wine store that we stopped in last time, the Compagnon Cabiste. Jean-Louis, he has a beautiful bottle he wants to show us. We have cheese. Very nice, look at that. Excellent, merci. So all types of French wine that he has at the market here. So I was just talking about that renovation that's happening. And there's a little sign here that has more information, a little cafe area that you could sit. And it's just showing us what it's going to look like. Major project. But the marché is a big draw here in this town. Ask him for some DRC. I don't even know what that is, Les. You're going to have to fill me in. Clueless. Too early today. I was so excited to do this. I was up at 5. Couldn't go back to sleep. So thank you to the small group we have this morning. It's incredible that you chose to spend a little bit of your day with me. So thank you again. And please make sure to hit follow on the little window, whatever's open on your phone or your computer. Hit follow, hit subscribe, follow my page, and you head over to the blog that's linked and sign up for my newsletter. That would be awesome. And if you need a market bag, canvas, reusable tote, my shop has all kinds of fun things, and that is also linked. Would totally appreciate your support. So just giving you a look here. And guys, please feel free to comment below. If you want me to stop and go look at anything, we can do that. You let me know. Some people are looking at me because I didn't ask if I could film their stuff, so we're just gonna skip those. But one person I did stop in, I stopped here at this coffee vendor. They have a place in town, actually, and this is just their little stand. I'll show you a little bit. And it's one of the only places other than McDonald's where you could get a coffee to go with a lid. And so I was in my glory when I heard that, and I prepaid for one about 45 minutes ago. So we're gonna pick up my coffee, and it's gonna keep my hand warm when we go back outside. Hey, you guys like that, right? And you're gonna laugh because the size of the coffee is baby size. It's about 3 inches tall. That's the size of their coffee. So that's what we're gonna take. That's what we're gonna take on the go, and I'm gonna try not to drop you guys. So maybe we'll just zoom in. So he told me, I don't know if you could see the sign up here. Let me try to show you. It's a Rwanda coffee. That's the brew that we're getting this morning. I'll let you know if it's any good. But they grind their own beans. They source their own beans, and that's what they do. So it was $1.50, something like that. Trying not to get their faces. Bonjour. Just gonna kind of point you guys to the left because I don't want to get anyone's unwilling participants in here. He's just making my coffee right now. Everyone doing okay? Checking in. All right. And something I'll mention to you guys as we're just waiting for my coffee is if you're kind of nervous about the market, maybe you're not too confident with French, go early, like we are this morning. You'll see there aren't a ton of people here. I would say 8 a.m., 9 a.m. maximum. After that, it gets nuts. And that way you don't have to yell over a big line of 20 people that you want 5 leeks and have to repeat yourself. Merci beaucoup.
You're welcome.
Oh, il n'y a pas de trou. Comment je bois, hein? Je vais revenir après pour mon café, d'accord? Parce que ça ne marche pas. Merci. Oh, wait. Look at this, guys. We have a super nice guy here with his, look at this, with his, montrez-moi. Look at this. He says he's gonna cut me a hole because the lid of my coffee doesn't have a, look at this. You see? Actually, we'll show you the name of the place. There we go. What do you think? I've been up so long today, guys, already, and haven't had my coffee, so forgive me for this little pause, but hopefully you're enjoying yourself. Hey, ça va? All right, and we're going to get on the move. We're going to go next to this vendor over here. They're actually a farm, so the things they're selling, aside from the citrus fruit, they are growing everything that you're going to see. They're about 20 minutes outside where we are now. And know what, my coffee's not working. Ce n'est pas grave, je vais repasser après, dans 20 minutes. Parce que je vais faire tomber. Merci beaucoup. All right, guys, we're coming back for the coffee because I was so happy to get my coffee with the lid, but the lid doesn't have a hole. Sometimes things don't go as planned, but that's okay. We're rolling with it. Okay, so as I was saying, these guys, let me see if I could show you the name of their farm. They're the Gourmandises du Jardin. No, they're not. That is not their name. There we go. And they have all types of things that they grow themselves. I've been to their farm. This is all stuff that the guy that you buy from is the guy who grows everything. So we have, I don't know exactly what is from his garden and what's not. Most of the stuff is from his garden that you're seeing here. I know that for a fact. Some of it's covered, so it's not exposed to the elements, because some of these things you cannot grow in winter in France. But check out the fresh produce. There we go. And that's just a point I wanted to make about marchés. When I first came to France, I thought, oh, okay, well, everyone sells their stuff at the marché, a lot of farmers. No, that's really not the case. In a lot of cases, it's not. This is an exception, what I'm showing you here. A lot of the people who sell at the marché, there's just another intermediary. They buy from a wholesaler, kind of like the supermarket would, and then they resell. So they're resellers. They're not selling produce that they grow themselves. It's their job to sell the produce, but they're not necessarily the growers. So that was just one misconception I had before moving here. But these guys are all, these heads of lettuce, they are grown by the guys that you see here. All right. So I think we're going to head back outside. I have a few more points. Can someone just let me know in the comments how long we've been going here? I just want to keep this broadcast to about 30 minutes today and not get too carried away. I'm going to show you another cheese vendor. We're going to just walk around here. Hope you guys are having fun. I'm having a blast just walking around, taking in the marché culture. Thank you again for coming. Any cheese lovers out there? Hopefully there's some cheese lovers. Just show you some of these in the case. There's a bit of a line here, and I did not ask if I could film everything with this particular vendor. So, all right, good 26 minutes. So what do you think? Look at that. All right, let's head back outside. All right. Guys watching on the replay, please feel free to chime in. Leave me some comments. I'm going to be looping back around later to see what you guys had to say. So please interact. I know the time wasn't ideal, but otherwise it's just so crowded here that we would not be able to get much of anything. I wouldn't be able to show you much. So Emily mentioned earlier, of course there are markets with much bigger selections of clothes and stuff, but you'll see just as we walk through there are some clothing items, and I just show you this vendor. They do chickens and paella, excuse me. The paella is covered at the moment, but just to show you a little bit of what's going on. Bonjour. A little bit of what's going on this morning. He gave me the stare of death. I don't know if that was a good idea to film. And it's drizzling again. Not cool. All right, so we'll just show you some purses over here as we walk by. Okay. Here we go. So let's see. Fromage. Yes. Hello, Sonia. Sue, this just started in the U.S. Was very delayed. Please post so we can see the whole thing. Just started in the U.S.? Interesting. I started at 8 a.m. my time, so it should have gone on at 2 a.m. I'm so sorry if there was a glitch. Sometimes you have to refresh the page and then the feed gets started. I had people here from the beginning, so I'm sorry about that, Sue. The replay will post to my page. It'll be pinned to the top at the end, so you can watch from the beginning. So again, I apologize for that. All right. As we just look at the kind of where we started, since it is drizzling and I want to keep this to 30 minutes, we'll wrap up shortly. But something that you'll see in the spring, since spring is shortly upon us, is when you buy melon. Melon is super popular. They're smaller cantaloupes than what I remember from the U.S., kind of smaller than bowling balls, little guys. And something that threw me for a loop when I first got to France was a question they asked you. So you say you want deux melons, 2 melons. It was late one day, like 11 a.m., big line, and here I am trying to buy my 2 melons. And they said, they asked me a question I didn't understand. And they said, real quick, pour quand? And I'm like, pour quand? What's that mean? And then I realized after they were saying, pour quand? For when? What they're asking you is if you are going to be eating that melon today, tomorrow, when? When are you going to eat your melon? Because they're going to give you one that's more ripe or less ripe, just depending on when you're going to be serving it to your guests for a Sunday lunch, or if you're going to eat it 10 minutes after you get home. So just be aware of that. Sometimes there are a few follow-up questions at the marché when there's produce involved that is going to ripen quickly or not. Just show you some citrus fruit. Oh, Facebook said live video was canceled. Oh, that's always good. Sorry, guys. You'll be checking this on the replay then. There was just a little bug for anyone who might want to know about that. When you schedule a live broadcast on your computer, if you then go live from your phone, it doesn't always sync. So again, I'm sorry, Sue, this is only my second time doing this, and it's already a step up because now I'm using a stabilizer. So I promise if you stick with me, we'll get the hang of this together, and there won't be any snafus next time. So again, I apologize that you're tuning in late, but my fault. Apologies. Forgive me, everyone. And we'll just go over here as well. But we're coming up on the 30-minute mark, so guys, let me know. Best customer service. I try, Emily. Just figured it was time to start doing live. There's so much here that, now is commonplace to me, and that might be super interesting for you guys. So just as I continue walking around, please let me know in the comments if you like this sort of thing, if you want me to continue doing Facebook Live. I think I'm going to show you the Angers Castle, maybe go to Saumur. Different places around me and anywhere else I go, just to kind of give you a taste of French life and show you what things are like here. Maybe they're similar to where you are, maybe they're not, but they're all worthwhile to show and to share a little bit with you. So please let me know if this is cool or not. I'm going to experiment with the times, sometimes depending on what it is. You know what, we're just going to go into the overhang because I do not want my setup getting wet just as we finish up. But yeah, it's hard to pick a time that works for everyone. So that's why my first broadcast, it was afternoon my time during the week. This is earlier in the morning my time, so we could do the marché. Next time, who knows what it'll be. But here we are. So I'll just give you a quick look here again. You couldn't see prices on the produce. Yeah, some of them are a little bit behind. Some of them are on a sign to the side. Sometimes you'll hear later in the day the guys are just yelling it out, 2 melons for €1, and you just listen, and that's how it works. But usually they're displayed somewhere. But I just didn't want to, depending on where people were standing and different customers, I didn't want to get anyone's faces in the broadcast because people get really angry. Sue, you're doing great, thank you. Yeah, you're absolutely welcome, Sue. I really enjoy doing this. It made me really nervous, that's why I didn't even do it until 2 weeks ago. But you guys are great, and if you like this, I think it's something I'm absolutely going to continue doing several times per month. So let me see, for anyone who, Sue, I know you just kind of tuned in late. We're just going to kind of retrace our steps real quick because I have to go in for my coffee. That's very important. Little dose of caffeine. And look, and someone just came, and he's setting up his honey. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
He's a vendor of honey. Looks like there's all different kinds here. We have chestnut honey, honey of the summer, honey with sunflower oil, honey with different oils here, and creamy honey, all different. And guys, the price on that, just so we're aware, we have 250 grams, and there's no prices. Excusez-moi, monsieur, quel est le prix pour le miel? Just going to find out the price for you.
Le colza tournesol, il est en 500 grammes, il est 7 euros.
Okay, so this is €7, guys, for the 500 grams here. Mm-hmm.
Celui-là, 8 euros.
And this is €8 here, guys.
Celui-ci, il vient d'un château de la Cacaudière.
Oh, look at that. That one comes from a special
Des
place.
Irlandais qui tiennent ça.
Oh, excellent. Right, this is from a special chateau. I'm not
Châtaignier, 8 euros. Miel de
Okay.
forêt, 8 euros.
D'accord.
Et autrement, 4 euros, 4,60.
And the smaller ones, 250 grams, they're 4 or 450 euros, depending on what it is. Merci pour les impôts. Bonne journée. Okay, so I'm just going to pick you back up so you could see. So we'll just retrace our steps until I get back to the entrance, just so you could see a little bit. I apologize again. I'm never scheduling a broadcast from my computer. I'm just going to do it from my phone. So I'm learning as I go. Apologies for anyone who maybe missed this live due to my shoddy tech skills. But hopefully the video is nice and stable because I bought my stabilizer. Yes. So again, Sue, we checked out some cheese, some goat cheese, chèvre, from a local vendor. She was nice enough to let me pop in. Merci. And that's all organic stuff. The word bio, that's B-I-O, like bio in English, that is all organic. So whenever you see that on a French product at a French marché, that means you're getting an organic product. Okay. And Sue, I'll just show you some of the things we looked at earlier. I'll just take a quick loop here, and then I'm going to hop inside to go get my coffee, and we'll call it a day. So there's some seafood here we missed the first time. Ooh, wrong way. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Getting the hang of it, I swear. All kinds of seafood here. Mussels, oysters, snails, of course. And lots of citrus. Clementines are in season, and you will see bonjour. People are smiling at me. That's good, better than them yelling. So there's a promo here for the clementines, 2 kilos for €5. And that non traité means it's not treated with anything. So these are pretty much off the tree. They're not going to last for 2 weeks in a box in your closet. So eat them. Okay. And soon we also checked out the flowers. And the nice woman selling them, she told me the tulips were in season. And you get a bouquet for €4. All different colors, and they're beautiful flowers, always at the marché. Okay, so we'll just take a walk in. We'll go around the other side, and we'll go get my coffee. I'll probably, and I can end it over here, right as we go inside. Thank you, Sonia, for tuning in. Susan, excellent. Awesome, guys. Thank you again so much for tuning in on this drizzly morning. Thank you for everyone on the replay. Again, please be sure to follow my page, like and follow my page so you get notified when I go live. And then hop over to the blog, check out the Me and Friends shop, check out my blog, subscribe to my newsletter, and that way you won't miss anything. So if anyone has any questions, just hang out here for a second as we kind of show you the happenings here at the marché. Anyone wants to chat a little bit. And if not, I'll end the broadcast and we'll go about our days. Oh, man. One thing I wanted to mention for anyone who's still here, some people are checking me out here. They're like, what is she doing? Oh, boy. One thing I wanted to mention is that sometimes you hear, oh, yeah, the French, they love the marché culture. Everyone buys stuff at the marché. That's where they do their weekly shopping. And while that is true to an extent, it's a bit of a generalization. Marchés are popular. A lot of people do come down and buy stuff, but I wouldn't say it's an alternative to the supermarket by any means. Aside from the stuff that's on promo, the in-season produce, a lot of the things at the market are quite expensive. And to that end, you know what? I am going to take you back inside and show you the prices on the fish. The fish is not the same price as the supermarket. Sometimes it is, but you'll get a promo at the supermarket. In the marché, the fish can be very expensive. A lot of the things can be expensive. So the people who go to the marché, check out this guy's bags right here. These are awesome. Love those. A lot of times the people who come to the marché, they're people who have the means to do so, the people who can buy quality produce. So again, while yes, a lot of French people do go to the marché, to generalize and say all French people go to the marché and it's something everyone does and that's where they do their shopping, that would not be correct. It would not be accurate at all. And you'll notice that a lot of people at the marché tend to be maybe a little closer to retirement age. And part of that is because when they were young, they grew up with the market culture. That's where they did their shopping because there weren't these supermarkets everywhere and these huge hypermarchés, that have everything, the hypermarkets. They're giant, like giant Targets, and a lot of people do their weekly shopping, especially in big cities. They'll just go get everything they need. So people who didn't grow up with those giant supermarkets tend to kind of do what they did when they were young, go to the marché. So you will see a bunch of ages at the marché, but generally an older generation is a bit more into the marché culture, in my experience. And I'll just pop in real quick. Keep everything. Oop, gosh, I don't know how to work my thing. I'm here. Woo. Hey guys, it's me, Diane, just saying, hey, we're gonna wrap up this tour. I'm gonna go show you some fish prices, and then you guys can watch the replay if you miss it, and we'll get on with our. All right, so let's just pop in. It's getting a little more busy now. Going to point the camera down so we don't get anyone's unsuspecting face. I'm going to just show you this real quick and I'll narrate because they're going to ask me what the heck I'm doing. Okay, so there are a few promos this morning. That's good. Bonjour. So we have a fillet of trout, €19 a kilo. We have a Swiss salmon, $19.80 a kilo. We have something, the Saint-Pierre, that's $25.80 a kilo. We have sole at $22.80 a kilo. We have other sole, the whole fish, not a fillet, at $26.90. We have cod, the dos de cabillaud, at $22.80. I bought that on promo at the supermarket for $12.95, just to give you a comparison. So this is beautiful fish. Again, not all of it, of course, is coming off the coast of France. I would say the vast majority is not. Sorry to keep you guys pointed down. It's getting very busy, so we're just gonna finish up. But yeah, you'll see that the prices are a little nuts. This cabillaud, I'm not going to zoom in, just staying back. It's $29.50 a kilo. So you get nice products. Maybe for a special dinner, you want something to impress your guests, you want to eat well, come to the marché, but it's not always the best price. All right, guys. All right, we're gonna end it there. Everyone, thank you so much again for spending a little bit of your day with me. I apologize if Facebook did not notify you. As I mentioned, I'm still getting the hang of this. Very, very new to Facebook Live. So thank you again, and I hope to see you soon. Follow, like the page, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.